Behind the roaring engines and snapping jaws of the Louisiana swamps lives a man whose story runs deeper than the muddy waters he calls home. Willie Edwards, known to millions as the fearless gator hunter from swamp people, carries a past shaped not only by survival, but by heartbreak, family, and resilience. His life, far from the cameras, reveals a quiet warrior who has faced unimaginable loss yet never stopped pushing forward. From the moment he appeared on screen, Willie captured hearts with his calm determination. But few knew of the struggles he silently carried, the personal tragedies that would test the strongest of spirits. Today, we uncover the soul behind the strength, the man beyond the myth, and why his journey continues to inspire so many. How has Willie Edwards inspired you? Was it his strength, his silence, or his love for family? Share your thoughts in the comments, because this is more than a swamp story, it's a human story. Willie Edwards was born into the wild heart of Bayou Sorrel, Louisiana, not just as a boy, but as an heir to a way of life. Raised by commercial fisherman Jr. and Teresa Edwards, Willie didn't just grow up near the swamp, he grew up with it. Every winding waterway, every muddy trail became a part of him. From a young age, he learned not just to survive in the swamp, but to respect it. Unlike most kids, Willie's classroom was the bayou, and his lessons came from his father and younger brother, Randy. Together, they fished, hunted, and built the very tools they relied on to thrive. These weren't just skills, they were traditions handed down like precious heirlooms. Through trial and error, sweat and sunburns, Willie didn't just become a hunter. He became a man grounded in values, grit, loyalty, and love for family. This foundation is what shaped the man millions would later admire on TV. While the rest of the world measured success in dollars or fame, the Edwards family measured it in self-reliance, unity, and tradition. And for Willie, those childhood days with his father at the helm and his brother at his side would become the emotional compass that guided his every step. When Swamp People first aired in 2010, Willie Edwards emerged as a quiet force, steady, skilled, and deeply rooted in his craft. Audiences connected instantly with his calm demeanor and relentless work ethic. With his father Jr. by his side, he wasn't just catching gators, he was carrying forward a legacy. But while the show captured the danger of the hunt, it rarely revealed the emotional weight Willie carried behind the scenes. His personal life, though largely private, was marked by profound tragedy. The loss of his daughter Michaela was a wound too deep for words. Though her memory lives on in quiet tributes, the pain of losing a child left an unspoken ache in his heart. And yet he kept showing up, not for fame, but for family, for survival, and perhaps for healing. It was this quiet strength that made fans admire him even more. Then came the physical toll. Near misses with deadly gators, a shattered foot, a gator bite that nearly tore through his hand. And worst of all, the tragic death of his younger brother Randy in a car crash. Willie didn't seek sympathy. He just kept going. Through every scar, visible or hidden, he showed the world that true strength often speaks in silence. Through every trial, Willie Edwards held tightly to one thing, his role as a father. After years of forging his own path, he began to shape a new one for his son, William IV, better known to fans as Little Willie. In 2020, their bond came to life on screen as the young hunter stepped onto the deck beside his dad, ready to take on the swamp himself. For Willie, it wasn't just about gators, it was about passing on the values that had carried their family through generations. What followed were moments that brought tears to even the toughest hearts. The first gator catch, the triumphant use of the homemade treble hook, a father's silent pride watching his son become his equal. Willie didn't say much, but his eyes told the story, one of legacy, of love, of watching a boy become a man. Their shared victories weren't just about tags filled. They were proof that the family's spirit lived on. But the journey came with its own bittersweet turn. In 2023, Little Willie began to speak openly about stepping away from swamp life to build a future on land. For Willie, it was a moment of reflection, not loss. He had done the hard part, raised a good man, and in that there was pride, even in the quiet absence that followed. The swamp would always be a part of them, but the legacy had taken root beyond it. Willie Edwards may be known to the world as a swamp legend, but his story is much more than the gators he's caught. It's about the strength it takes to carry on through pain, the courage to lead when the cameras are off, and the love that binds a family even in the face of heartbreaking loss. His resilience wasn't loud. It was steady, quiet, and unshakable. Even during his time away from the show, fans never forgot him. Rumors swirled, concern grew, and heartfelt messages poured in. His eventual return to Swamp People wasn't just a comeback, it was a moment of triumph. In every glance, every cast line, Willie reminded us that legacy is not just what you do, it's what you leave behind in the hearts of others. What lessons do you take from Willie's story? Is it strength through grief, dedication to family, or the power of resilience in silence? Share your thoughts below. And if you found inspiration in this journey, be sure to like, subscribe, and stay with us for more stories that remind us what real courage looks like.